Now to a really big and heartwarming update on a story that we have been telling you about for months. It's about the 72-year-old veteran searching for his father.
Tulsa's investigative reporter Jana Clark took on the task and ran into so many twists and turns and obstacles. But guess what? She finally found him.
Here's Jana with her follow-up FOX23 investigation and a huge surprise for this veteran.
After I read his heartfelt letter, I really wanted to help local veteran Alan Kruger. All I had to go by was his birth certificate, and turns out some of the information on it was wrong. After almost 6 months of searching, I finally tracked down a photograph of Alan's father. When I went to go see Alan again, he had no idea what I was about to show him. Alan Kruger looks different than he did in my previous stories with him. Your beard is gone.
I thought since I had this cancer, I was probably going to lose my hair. So I said, well, I'll have to take the beard off now and see what happens down the road.
Have you lost your hair?
I still have some.
Let's see. Alan recently found out he had stage 3 lung cancer. That was part of what prompted him to send me this letter. In it, one request: to help him find a picture of his father he never met. While I searched for his dad, Alan fought cancer.
I've had 6 chemo treatments already.
What about radiation?
35.
35?
35 radiations. When my radiation was all done, I was able to ring the bell and everybody claps.
Yeah,
that was kind of neat.
How many more chemo treatments do you have?
I'm calling it session number 2 because I think what I'm understanding, it's going to be more of a heavier dose.
How do you feel about the radiation, the chemo, and all that stuff so far?
Well, it's my fault, you know, because I smoked.
Tell me about your shirt.
My shirt? My niece made that for me.
What's it say?
It says, save money, save lungs, stop smoking.
And you came up with that?
I came up with the idea. You know, I don't know if anybody else has the idea.
Why was it important to you to make that?
Maybe it could help somebody else.
Alan quit smoking on his 72nd birthday, the same day my first story aired about Alan trying to find his father.
72 years old, and I finally quit. No more for me. I learned my lesson.
I'm really proud of you.
Well, I thank you for that. I think a lot of people are. You know, I know my brother and family is proud of me. My daughter is proud of me.
Are you still feeling scared? Are you feeling hopeful?
Of course I'm feeling scared because, you know, cancer's a killer. You know, they could only do so much for you. There's only so much. Then the rest is in God's hands, you know, in my life. But I hang in there each day. That's all I can do.
Alan doesn't know it yet, but I have big news for him about his father. When it comes to finding your father, the last thing that we did is send your DNA off for analysis.
My whole life is in here.
I'm going to put Alan's DNA in the mail, and we'll wait and see what happens. And we did get some results back that I wanted to go over with you. The biggest match was on your father's side, and it was somebody that has 16% match to your DNA. And that person's name is right here. So here it is. Alan Kruger's DNA matches. And look at this name right on top. Can you see it?
Aaron Lewis?
Aaron Lewis.
16%.
16%, okay?
Yeah.
That's a big percentage. So that's what I had to work with.
I never heard of anybody named Aaron Lewis.
That is scientific proof that you are related to that person. Turns out Aaron Lewis is related to Daryl Russell Lewis. See the name on Alan's birth certificate? I had already figured out the first name written on there, Daryl with a D, had to be wrong, and that his dad's name must be Daryl with an L. Your father was Daryl Russell Lewis, and he had a grandson named Aaron Lewis.
Wow.
I sent Aaron Lewis a long message on Facebook and held my breath. Almost immediately, I saw the ... and I knew he was reading it. Then he wrote, I'm intrigued. You want to see what Aaron Lewis looks like?
Sure.
That is your father's grandson.
Wow. This is amazing. Well, he's a tall man.
That's him again. That's when he got married.
And he got, oh, beautiful wife, too. Wow. And that's him again?
And his wife and his daughter.
And his wife and his daughter?
Uh-huh.
Wow. I don't believe this. This is fantastic. Very beautiful family.
Yeah, they are.
Very, very beautiful.
He was a little nervous because he didn't know if he could trust me. He didn't know if this was real.
Oh, yeah, because the way things are today.
Right. I mean, half the things today are scams.
That's true.
Right?
That's true.
And so it's hard to trust people. And so he and I went back and forth on Facebook, and then we FaceTimed each other face to face, and we've talked on the phone, and we've texted back and forth. It's because of Aaron's help and connecting me to his other family members, I can now tell Alan who his birth father is and finally show Alan photos of him. Your father is Daryl Russell Lewis, born in 1932, and he grew up in Ashland, Kentucky, and he was in the Navy.
Yeah, me too. That's good. That's one thing I have in common with them. I thought about that. Well, I never met my father, but we had one thing in common. We both served in the United States Navy.
Yes.
So that's good. That's good to know. That's very good to know.
So I'm going to show you your father. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Boy, you got a lot of pictures there, Jen.
I got stuff to show you, my friend.
Boy, I'm glad I made that phone call.
To me?
To you. Boy, you did a good job. I'd never expected this.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Here's your father.
Wow. That's an old picture. He looks like he's in his
20s, probably.
20s. Yeah, I'd have to say 20s. That's Dad, huh? This is amazing. Wow, I never expected this. That's Dad.
He's older, much older in this picture, but here's another photo of your dad.
Boy, he looks a little like me, wouldn't you think? No? Wow, you're a good-looking guy, I guess. I don't know, I'm a guy myself. What can I say? This is my father. It's amazing. It's amazing. That's him too, huh?
Yes.
I don't believe it. You look like he would have been a good father. This is really something. He looks like a healthy man right there. And that must be him with grandkids? Wow. Well, Dad, you got two more you let me have, Amy and Sheila. If it wasn't for him, they wouldn't be here either. Because I wouldn't be here.
Right.
Boy, Amy's going to be glad to see a picture of her grandpa.
You know what, more than anything, she's going to be happy for you.
72 years. And now it comes. He put me here, but he also gave me two beautiful daughters. And they gave me grandkids. 2 daughters and 6 grandkids. That's what I have, but 1 daughter passed away.
I'm so sorry about that.
Years ago. It was very hard for me at first when I was told.
This is all a lot for Alan to take in. I remember you told me it was going to be a long shot.
More than a long shot. I didn't expect any of this, Janet.
So I'd like to know what you really think. Did you think you were going to get to see a photo of your father?
I didn't think it was going to happen.
You really didn't.
You did it.
Are you surprised?
I am surprised that so much you put into this. And here he is.
His father, Daryl, died in 2012 at the age of 79. He lived a full life.
Yeah, 79. Yeah. That's a good life. That 79 years old. I hope I can make it till 79 years old.
Now Alan wants to share these photos with his daughter Amy.
It brought some tears to my eyes, and it's going to bring tears to Amy. I know it is. It would have brought tears to Sheila too.
This has been really important to you.
Very important. I'll be thinking about this probably the rest of my life.
If it weren't for Aaron Lewis's willingness to help, Alan's dream may never have come true. Also, a huge help was the staff in Senator Lankford's office. They gathered all these military records. I'm just so glad that Alan finally got to see his father. Covering news that matters. Jana Clark, Fox 23 News.
Wow.
What do you even say to that?
I know. He waited 72 years, his whole life. It's like I kept feeling tears come to my eyes as he was getting emotional too. Oh, my voice is cracking. But we're so glad that he reached out to Jana and that she didn't give up.
Yes.
So she
that is true journalism right there. And I can tell you and speak for all of us, and I know her too, that is kind of some of the stuff of why we do what we do. She got to help that man, and she changed that man's life.
Absolutely.
Do you have a tip or issue that you think Jana Clark should investigate? Let us know. Email FOX23 Investigates at fox23.com or call 918-388-5354 or search Fox 23 Jana Clark on Facebook.